So third video review for this week is for A Family Woman by T.B. Markinson, which is the third book in the A Woman Lost series. If you want to check out my Goodreads review, I did just post that the other day. So if you're on Facebook or my blog, there's a link within the post. And if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below. And this is the video review. So, A Family Woman by T.B. Markinson. Okay, it's brilliantly funny, always. And you've got to love Lizzie. Okay, A Woman Lost, the whole series, and Lizzie, one of my all-time favourites. I love Lizzie. Like, Lizzie's one of the very first characters that I ever met when I was reading for this sort of genre, for the Women Loving Women genre, and I adore Lizzie. She's so real. So anyway, in A Family Woman, where we're back with Lizzie, Lizzie is going to be a mum. Oh, he's so cute and unimaginable to anyone who knows Lizzie. You're like, oh my god, this can be a disaster. But Sarah finds that she's pregnant with not one but two babies, and amongst the drama of the pregnancy, Lizzie and Sarah are also dealing with the drama that is already Lizzie's dramatic family. So if you've read the other books and series, you'll know all about Lizzie and Lizzie's family, and if you haven't, you're going to get a nice little sneak peek when you start reading this book. So Lizzie is typical Lizzie. She's freaking out about being a good parent, making sure the babies have a good life, and in a bid to make sure that the babies have a family they deserve, Lizzie, she's always wanted them just to have this really big family and be happy, and all the things that she doesn't remember from her life as a child. And so she attempts to put things right with her father and her brother, and she gets hell of a lot more than she bargained for, but the meaning of family starts to take a whole new meaning to her. So like I say, I love being back with Lizzie. Every time I pick up a new book in the Woman Lost series, I love it. And what I like about this series is TB's designed it in a way that each bit is like a moment of Lizzie's life, so you don't have to have read the rest of the series to pick up one and enjoy that moment of Lizzie's life. But I would recommend you read the series, because then you'll know exactly what Lizzie is like. Otherwise you're getting a developed version of Lizzie now. She is changing all the time, but she is always true to herself. It was great to be back with Lizzie and Sarah, obviously embarking on the next step in their relationship and building this lovely little family. And this adventure obviously brought new problems for Lizzie to overcome or solve, and we all know how well Lizzie copes if we've read the other books. You know, Lizzie and coping, like, they don't really go in the same sentence, do they? Let's face it. But you could, like I say, you could read this standalone, but I would definitely recommend reading the series so that you get that whole, you need to have the Lizzie experience. That's what I'm going to call it. Yes, the Lizzie. It's definitely an experience. However, you know, TV's done a great job with this series, making sure, like I say, each bit that I've read has been a snapshot of Lizzie's life, so you can jump in and out and you can enjoy them even if you have no previous experience of Lizzie. But get that previous experience of Lizzie. It's like, it's vital. It's like trying to study history without dates. You need them. Lizzie's family, I mean, what a disaster Lizzie's family are. If you have read the previous books in the series, you're totally going to know what I'm talking about right now. They really are an absolute nightmare. But they're a complicated nightmare, and it's very complex, the setup of it. But in this instalment, I really love how we got more information about them. We got to have a more intimate look at their relationship with Lizzie, and it was especially important where her brother was concerned. And I love that we just got to see more of him freaking out for once. He's always looked down at Lizzie, so it's different. It was great to see that other angle and perspective as well, because Lizzie's just getting her life together. Lizzie's just getting on with things, and he's just Peter. She finally got the chance to prove, you know, what an amazing person she is in comparison to him, and he had to acknowledge that in some respects. So it was great to see that dynamic changing between her and her brother. And I adore Lizzie, I do. She is literally the most humanly human character ever, and she worries, panics, freaks out, gets herself all wound up and worked up over really trivial and small things. And I mean, you can't blame her. I can't blame her. I do exactly the same, and that's why I love Lizzie, because she's just such a relatable character. When she's having a freak out, you're like, yeah, I would definitely be having that same freak out, Lizzie. I'm totally there with you in that moment. That is definitely something you should be freaking out about. And you know, life is scary, and Lizzie portrays that perfectly. All your natural worries and anxieties and everything, she's got them, and she's working it. she's owning it. That's the one. And I just love how TB brings Lizzie to life. The reactions, interactions and thoughts are what bring Lizzie. She's just absolutely fantastic. You know, throughout this installment, Lizzie is completely herself, but she's becoming a bit calmer. Being a mum has changed her, like it does. It changes everyone, I suppose, when you become a mum, or when you have a child that you're responsible for, or anyone that you're responsible for, I guess. It starts to change you. And I just felt she really held it together at times when she really would have been previously like falling about and like all over the place, and she was just so calm. There was like Lizzie with babies was just the cutest thing ever. Like with the twins, oh, she's just so cute. It was a whole new side of Lizzie, and oh, I loved her even more. But this is a brilliant addition to the series, it really is, and it completely added to my love for Lizzie and Sarah, but mostly Lizzie. And I adore the series, I do. I can't wait to read the next chapter in their lives. I'm so glad TV's put so many books into the series. There's just so much for you to really, if you're looking for a series to really get yourself lost in, A Woman Lost is a great series for that, because there's so much in it. And I just can't wait to see what life holds in store for Lizzie next. I really can't. Now that she's a proper family woman, and I mean a proper family woman, and it's just a brilliant story, lovely, cute, and expertly funny as always. It's got that touch of humour, and it will just leave you laughing but feeling really warm and fuzzy. So I will pop a link in the description so you can go and grab yourself a copy of A Family Woman by T.B. Markinson, which I really hope you will. And if you do, I hope you enjoy it. If you've read A Family Woman by T.B. Markinson, please comment below, get involved, get in touch and let us know how you found it and what you love about Lizzie. And just if you want to talk about Lizzie in general, I'm totally up for that. I love Lizzie. She's amazing. And if you haven't read it yet, but it's on your to be read list, you're planning to read it, or now you're really interested in the series or just this book in the series, again, comment below, get in touch, let us know what you're interested in reading, because it's always great to hear what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I really hope you love it. Bye.